Chairam Vyaptam Yenai Chairai Chairam Tat Padam Darshitam Yenai Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Ajnanati Mirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Deva Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Stavaram Jangamam Yatam Yatinchit Sacharacharam Tat Padam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Bhava Jivya Sarvam Trilokam Sacharacharam Tat Padam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sarva Shruti Shiroratna Virajita Padam Buddha Vidantam Bhuja Suryoya Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Chaitanya Shashvata Shanto Yomati Niranjanaha Bindunada Kalatita Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Jnana Shakti Samaruda Tattvamala Vibhushitaha Buddhi Mukti Pradatacha Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Anika Janma Samprata Karma Bandha Vidahine Atmanyana Pradhanena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sushanam Bhava Sindhosha Napanam Sairasam Prabha Guru Padodakam Samya Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Na Guru Radhikam Tattva Na Guru Radhikam Tapaha Tattva Jnanat Param Nasti Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Manata Shri Jagannatha Madguru Shri Jagadguru Mamatma Sarva Bhutatma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Guru Radhira Nadisha Guru Parama Devatam Guru Parataram Nasi Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Bandhu Isha Sakha Tvameva Vidyadravinam Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Bandhu Isha Sakha Tvameva Vidyadravinam Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Bandhu Isha Sakha Tvameva Vidyadravinam Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Sri Vishwananda Gurudeva Bhajo Hari Narayan 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 Gurudeva 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 Bhajo Hari Narayan Gurudeva Bhajo Hari Narayan Gurudeva Bhajo Hari Narayan Gurudeva Bhajo Hari Narayan Gurudeva 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 Kamala Netra Narayana Kamala Netra Narayana Padmanabha Narayana Padmanabha Narayana Shankha Chakradhara Narayana Shankha Chakradhara Narayana Vaijanti Malai Narayana Vaijanti Malai Narayana Bhakta Vatsala Shri Vishwananda Gurudeva Bhajo Hari Narayan Gurudeva Bhajo Hari Narayan Gurudeva Bhajo Hari Narayan Gurudeva 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 Bhajo Hari Narayan Gurudeva Bhajo Hari Narayan Gurudeva Bhajo Hari Narayan Gurudeva Bhajo Hari Narayan Gurudeva 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 Om Sundaraya Namo Namah Sundaraya Namo Namah Keshavaya Namo Namah Vinayashilaya Namo Namah Manoharaya Namo Namah Achintyaya Namo Namah Bhakta Priyaya Namo Namah Sudarshanaya Namo Namah Mahakshaya Namo Namah Anugrahaya Namo Namah Mahate Gabhiraya Vardhanaya Shri Vishwananda Namo Namah 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 Gurudeva Bhajo Hari Narayana Gurudeva Bhajo Hari Narayana Gurudeva 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 Kayena Vacha Manasindhirva Bodhyatmayana Vakati Svabhavat Kairumi Yadyat Sakalam Pairasme Shri Vishwananda Samarpayami 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 Gurudeva Bhajo Hari Narayana Gurudeva Bhajo Hari Narayana Gurudeva 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 Vaikuntha Vasai Narayana Vaikuntha Vasai Narayana Shesha Shayana Narayana Shesha Shayana Narayana Charana Kamalai Narayana Charana Kamalai Narayana Kasturi Tilakai Narayana Kasturi Tilakai Narayana Bhakta Vatsala Shri Vishwananda Gurudeva Bhajo Hari Narayana Gurudeva Bhajo Hari Narayana Gurudeva Bhajo Hari Narayana Gurudeva Bhajo Hari Narayana Gurudeva 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 Bhajo Hari Narayana Gurudeva Bhajo Hari Narayana Gurudeva 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 Kamala Netra Narayana Kamala Netra Narayana Padmanabha Narayana Padmanabha Narayana Shankha Chakradhara Narayana Shankha Chakradhara Vaijanti Malai Narayana Vaijanti Malai Narayana Bhakta Vatsala Shri Vishwananda Gurudeva Bhajo Hari Narayana Gurudeva Bhajo Hari Narayana Gurudeva Bhajo Hari Narayana Gurudeva Bhajo Hari Narayana Gurudeva 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 Lakshmi Ramana Narayana
Lakshmi Ramana Narayana
Garuda Vahana Narayana
Garuda Vahana Narayana
Pitambharadhara Narayana
Pitambharadhara Narayana
Kastubhara Narayana
Kastubhara Narayana
Bhaktavatsala Sri Vishwananda Gurudeva Bhajo Hari Narayana
Gurudeva Bhajo Hari Narayana
Gurudeva Bhajo Hari Narayana
Gurudeva Bhajo Hari Narayana
Gurudeva 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 Gurudeva
Gurudeva Gurudeva
Om Sundaraya
Namo Namah
Keshavaya
Namo Namah
Vinashilaya
Namo Namah
Mahakshaya
Namo Namah
Manoharaya
Namo Namah
Achintyaya
Namo Namah
Bhakta Priyaya
Namo Namah
Sudarshanaya
Namo Namah
Mahakshaya
Namo Namah
Anugrahaya
Namo Namah
Bhagavate
Namo Namah
Gabiraya
Namo Namah
Vardhanaya
Namo Namah
Shri Vishwananda Namo Namah Shri Vishwananda Namo Namah Shri Vishwananda Namo Namah
Shri Vishwananda Namo Namah Shri Vishwananda Namo Namah
Gurudeva Bhajo Hari Narayana
Gurudeva Bhajo Hari Narayana
Gurudeva Bhajo Hari Narayana
Gurudeva Bhajo Hari Narayana
Gurudeva Gurudeva
Gurudeva Gurudeva
Gurudeva Gurudeva
Gurudeva Gurudeva
Shri Vitalangiri Parabrahma Namaha
Shri Vitala Giridhari Parabrahmane Namah
Shri Vitalangiri Parabrahma Namaha
Shri Vitala Giridhari Parabrahmane Namah
Shri Vitalangiri Parabrahma Namaha
Shri Vitala Giridhari Parabrahmane Namah
Gurudeva Bhajo Hari Narayana
Gurudeva Bhajo Hari Narayana
Gurudeva Bhajo Hari Narayana
Gurudeva Bhajo Hari Narayana
Gurudeva Gurudeva
Gurudeva Gurudeva
Gurudeva Gurudeva
Gurudeva Gurudeva
Vaikuntha Vasa Narayana
Vaikuntha Vasa Narayana
Shesha Shayana Narayana
Sheshashayana Narayana
Sharana Kamala Narayana
Charana Kamala Narayana
Kasturi Tilakam Narayana
Kasturi Tilakam Narayana
Bhaktavatsala Shri Vishwananda Gurudeva Bhajo Hari Narayana
Gurudeva Bhajo Hari Narayana
Gurudeva Bhajo Hari Narayana
Gurudeva Bhajo Hari Narayana
Gurudeva Gurudeva
Gurudeva Gurudeva
Gurudeva Gurudeva
Gurudeva Gurudeva
Gurudeva Bhajo Hari Narayana
Gurudeva Bhajo
Bhajo Hari Narayan,
Gurudeva Bhajo Hari Narayan,
Gurudeva Bhajo Hari Narayan,
Gurudeva Bhajo Hari Narayan,
Gurudeva, Gurudeva,
Gurudeva, Gurudeva,
Gurudeva, Gurudeva,
Gurudeva, Gurudeva,
Gurudeva, Gurudeva,
Gurudeva, Gurudeva,
Gurudeva Bhajo Hari Narayan,
Gurudeva Bhajo Hari Narayan,
Gurudeva Bhajo Hari Narayan,
Gurudeva Bhajo Hari Narayan,
Gurudeva, Gurudeva. Om Avatara Shishaya Namaha, Om Vishamaya Namaha, Om Devakara Samudataya Namaha, Om Sukshmatanave Namaha, Om Shinmayaya Namaha, Om Gurumutaye Namaha, Om Sundaraya Namaha, Om Sulochanaya Namaha, Om Sumukhaya Namaha, Om Charvasaya Namaha,
Om Keshavaya Namaha,
Om Padmambujaya Namaha, Om Mandagamanaya Namaha, Om Charumbaradharine Namaha, Om Ramaya Namaha, Om Mandirastapakaya Namaha, Om Shivivavachakaya Namaha,
Om Gayatri Yajmane Namaha,
Om Arpanasvikarakaya Namaha, Om Vishnu Pujakaya Namaha, Om Namo Narayanaiti Mantrapasakaya Namaha, Om Swaramayaya Namaha, Om Madhurakantaya Namaha, Om Krishna Sankirtana Lolupaya Namaha, Om Stotra Priyaya Namaha, Om Mitabhashine Namaha, Om Bhagmine Namaha, Om Chitakala Visharadaya Namaha, Om Vratadharaya Namaha,
Om Sadave Namaha,
Om Jagatpantaya Namaha, Om Sarvalokahitaya Namaha, Om Bhakta Priyaya Namaha, Om Surdaya Namaha, Om Anukulaya Namaha, Om Neyaya Namaha, Om Sudarshanaya Namaha, Om Bhaktavatsalaaya Namaha, Om Premamutaye Namaha, Om Shubhekshanaya Namaha, Om Pritivardhanaya Namaha, Om Swastidayakaya Namaha, Om Tarakaya Namaha, Om Anugrahaya Namaha, Om Vardhanaya Namaha, Om Architaya Namaha, Om Arthaya Namaha, Om Siddhipradaya Namaha, Om Janardhanaya Namaha, Om Manoharaya Namaha, Om Akshaya Namaha, Om Siddheshwaraya Namaha, Om Bhasmabhushitaya Namaha, Om Atmalingaya Namaha, Om Lingarchana Prosakaya Namaha, Om Siddhi Sadhanaya Namaha, Om Madhavaya Namaha,
Om Omkarapasakaya Namaha, Om Sukshmaya Namaha, Om Vishwakaya Namaha, Om Satvikaya Namaha,
Om Samadarshine Namaha, Om Dakshaya Namaha, Om Achintyaya Namaha, Om Nirankaraya Namaha, Om Nirmohaya Namaha, Om Avyagraya Namaha, Om Jitakrodhaya Namaha, Om Vinayashilaya Namaha, Om Svavashaya Namaha, Om Kushalaya Namaha, Om Shamaya Namaha, Om Satyadharmaya Namaha, Om Nirvikarpaya Namaha, Om Viraktaya Namaha, Om Atindraya Namaha, Om Satyasandhaya Namaha, Om Pavitraya Namaha, Om Madhurasvabhavaya Namaha, Om Suranandaya Namaha, Om Nandanaya Namaha, Om Prasanatmane Namaha, Om Bhaktanidaye Namaha, Om Sakshaye Namaha, Om Samadmaye Namaha, Om Sadayogine Namaha, Om Haraye Namaha, Om Sutapaya Namaha, Om Somyaya Namaha, Om Goyaya Namaha, Om Vimuktatmaya Namaha, Om Gabiraya Namaha, Om Guptaya Namaha, Om Atmaramaya Namaha, Om Srinivasaya Namaha, Om Devaya Namaha, Om Jyotidharaya Namaha, Om Dhanyaya Namaha, Om Gurave Namaha, Om Duratikramaya Namaha, Om Ganaya Namaha, Om Bhagavate Namaha, Om Harisharana Margadashakaya Namaha, Om Kutasya Jagartakaya Namaha, Om Abhiprayaya Namaha, Om Sarvamata Samatyaya Namaha, Om Shamekata Bhavadakaya Namaha, Om Premavatar Sri Vishwananda Swamine Namaha. Ato deva avantuno yato vishnurvichakrame pradhivya saptagamabhihi idam vishnurvichakrame trebhani dade padam samodamasya pagam sure trini pada vichakrame vishnurgopa adabhyaha ato dharmani dharyene vishnu karmani pashata yato vratani paspase Indrasya yujasaka tat Vishno paramam padagum sada pashanti surya diviva chakshuratatam tat vipraso vipanyavo jagirvagum sasamidhate Vishno yat paramam padam. Premavatharaya vidmahi Satgurudevaya dhimahi Tanno Vishwananda prachodayate. Om Premavatharaya vidmahi Satgurudevaya dhimahi Tanno Vishwananda prachodayate. Sadgurudevaya dhimahi Tanno Vishwananda prachodayate. Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samarprabha Nirvignam Guru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. Om Bhur Swaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo na prachodayat. Om Bhurvubha Swaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo na prachodayat. Om Bhurvubha Swaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo yo na prachodayat.
Sri Krishna Vishnu Madhusudana Ketabhare Narayana Achyuta Trivikrama Chakrapane Deityadi Sarjadara Sridhara Vasudeva Gopala Krishna Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Rukmini Shabhavanasha Hare Murare Radhisha Gopisha Surupa Brahmari Vandya Shri Dvarakashraya Vaikuntha Pate Bhuvane Kamurte Gopala Deva Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Menakrite Kamatarupa Varaha Murte Trevikramaya Guhane Praharama Rama Shri Rama Krishna Yadunandana Kalki Rupa Gopala Krishna Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Govinda Madhava Mukunda Paraparesha Damodara Shadarananda Kadari Shuri Gopa Gopi Jana Sambrida Dina Bando Gopi Jana Priyaraye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Radhishayim Bhujakadi Patalpashayim Sadbhakta Sadhanashayim Ramangashayim Shri Gopavama Mridutalpa Sukadishayim Gopa Vallabharaye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Kashyapatri Sukhanarada Gautamadi Brahma Shri Sangamani Sangava Bharateshaho Tishtanti Deva Tava Darshana Bhagya Hetoho Gopala Sekaralaye Tava Suprabhatam Madara Jadi Tulasida Lamalikadyahe Maryani Anjali Pute Samudaharanti Tishtanti Bhavavatadhara Tale Munindraha Radha Manoharaye Tava Suprabhatam Vedatrayam Patati Gautamakana Guyaha Gayanti Sarguna Gano Varadasa Vargaha Sankirtayanti Tava Nama Kada Visheshaha Shri Naradadi Rishaya Tava Suprabhatam Govardhano Dharana Gopa Kishora Gopa Gopi Janamrita Suhesha Bhavati Kota Trilokya Mohana Sumangala Divya Deha Shri Rukmini Shavarada Tava Suprabhatam Shri Vatsachina Sharanagata Parijata Bhaktarti Vanjana Kripakara Dina Bandho Divyanta Gayatri Jana Priya Divya Rupa Shri Nanda Gopatanaya Tava Suprabhatam Padmaksha Padma Mukha Padmadhara Prameya Padmalaya Srita Padma Nivasa Shori Padmo Bhavati Sura Sevita Pada Padma Padma Dinata Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Vridata Levi Aranaya Mahindra Vandya Kandarpa Darpa Aratinya Suvesha Rupa Chandrananaya Siddha Chandana Lipna Reha Govinda Yadavaraye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Nanda Nandana Yashoda Kumara Dhira Mayanga Dina Davishona Supushpahara Nilam Buddha Susharira Rama Vihara Gopala Deva Haraye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Vaishri Janmavati Satya Suganti Bhadra Shri Mitra Vinda Divasa Prabhu Potra Kadahe Trishtanti Divya Vahame Tava Savanada Gopi Mana Priyaraye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Krishna Achyuta Ananta Mukunda Shori Radha Manohara Janardana Chakrapane Namani Divya Munayurna Nisham Valanti Brahmi Muhurta Samaye Tava Suprabhatam Shri Krishna Suprabhatam Ye Patanti Harnisham Puri Kritan Mahapapam Shri Krishna Grayetukam Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachitananda Vigraha Ainadir Adhir Govinda Sarva Kairaina Kairaina Govinda Maidi Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Govinda Madi Purusha Chintamani prakara satma sukalpa vriksha Lakshavrteshu surabhera vipalayantam Lakshmi sahasra shata sambrama sevyamainam Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Venum kvanantamaravindalayaksham Vairhavatam samasitam buddha sundarangam Gandharva koti kamaniya vishesha shobham Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Chandrakala sadvanamaya vamsi Raidangadam kanaya keli kalavilasam Shamam tribhangalalitam niyatai prakasham Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Angani yasya sakalendriya vrittimanti Paishanti panti kalayanta chigam jaganti Ainanda chinmaya sadujvala vigrahasya Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Advaitam achyutam anharim anantarupam Ayam purana purusham navayovanam cha Vedeshu durlabham adurlabham atma bhakto Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Pantastu koti shatavatsara sampragamyo Vayoratapi manaso muni punyavaina Sopyasti yat prapadasimya vichindya tattve Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami Ekopya sora chayetum jagadanda kotim Yat chaktirasti jagadanda chayayadantaha Andanta Antarasta Paramanu Chayantairastam Govindamari Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Govindamari Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Yad Bhava Bhavita Dhiyo Manujastateva Samprapya Rupa Mahimasanayana Bhushaha Sukteyameva Nigama Pratite Stuvanti Govindamadi Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Ainanda Chinmaya Rasa Pratibhavitabe Tavirya Eva Nijarupataya Kalavihi Goloka Eva Nivasantya Kilatma Bhutyo Govindamadi Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochanena Santasa Deva Hridayeshu Vilokayanti Yam Shama Sundaram Achintya Gunai Swarupa Govindamadi Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Ramadi Murti Shukalani Amena Tishta Nanarvatara Makarod Bhuvani Shukinto Krishna Svayam Svamabhavat Paramahamsa Govindamadi Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Yasya Prabhaya Prabhavato Jagadanda Koti Koti Shvashesha Vasudhari Vibhuti Vina Tait Brahma Nishkalamanayintamashesha Bhutta Govindamadi Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Maya hi yasya jagadhanna shatayni sutte Trigunya-tat vishaya vena vitaya maina Sadbhavalamit parasatma vishuddha sattva Govindamadi Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Govindamadi Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Ainanda Chinmaya Rasatmataya Manasu Ya Praninam Pratipalan Smaratam Upetya Lilayatena Bhuvanani Jayayatya Jasram Govindam Adipurusha Tamaham bhajami Govindam Adipurusha Tamaham bhajami Golokanam nijadam nitale chatasya Devi Mahesha Haridhama Suteshu Teshu Tete Prabhava Nichaya Vihitashayena Govindamadi Purusha Tamaham bhajami Govindamadi Purusha Tamaham bhajami Shri Shri Sthiti Pralaya Sadhana Shakti Rekha Chayeva Yasya Bhuvanani Vivarti Durga Ichadurupam Apayasya Chachesa Tesa Govindamadi Purusha Tamaham bhajami Govindamadi Purusha Tamaham bhajami Shri Sthiti Pralaya Sadhana Shakti Rekha Chayeva Yasya Bhuvanani Vivarti Durga Ichadurupam Apayasya Chachesa Tesa Govindamadi Purusha Tamaham bhajami Govindamadi Purusha Tamaham bhajami Shiram Yatadhati Vikara Vishesha Yoga Sanjayate nahi tata pratigasti heto Yashambhutam api tata samupetikaya Govindamadi Purusha Tamaham bhajami Govindamadi Purusha Tamaham bhajami Parchireva hidashantaramabhyupetya Dipayate vivita hetu samana dharma Yastadri eva ita vishtutaya vivadi Govindamadi Purusha Tamaham bhajami Govindamadi Purusha Tamaham bhajami Yakarnananavajale bhajati smayoga Shri Brahmananda Jagadanda Saromakopa Adhaira Shakti Mavaramya Param Swamurti Govindamadi Purusha Tamaham bhajami Govindamadi Purusha Tamaham bhajami Yasya kanishvasita kala mathavalambya Jivanti loma bilajay jagadandanaita Vishnur mahatsaya yasya kala vishesho Govindamadi Purusha Tamaham bhajami Govindamadi Purusha Tamaham bhajami Basvanya Tashma Shakaleshu Nijeshu Tejaha Sviyam Kirat Prakatayat Kapitayat Varatra Brahmaya Esha Jagadhanda Vidhayana Karta Govindamari Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Govindamari Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Yat Pallavam Yoga Vidhaya Vidhaya Kumbha Vanve Pranama Samaye Saganai Diraijaha Vignan Vihantu Malamasya Jagai Trayasya Govindamari Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Govindamari Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Nirmahi Gaganamantu Shascha Kalastatatma Manasiti Jagai Trayani Yasmad Bhavanti Vibhavanti Vishanti Yamcha Govindamari Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Govindamari Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Yachakshuresha Savita Sakalai Grahayana Raja Samasta Suramurti Rashesha Teja Yasyagnaya Brahmati Sambrita Kala Chakro Govindamari Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Govindamari Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Dharmota Papa Nichaya Shrutaya Stapamsi Brahmadikita Patagavadayascha Jiva Yadata Matra Vibhava Prakataya Prabhava Govindamari Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Govindamari Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Yastvindra Gopanata Vendra Mahosvakarma Vandayana Rupa Padavai Janamai Tanoti Karmani Nirdahati Kintu Cha Bhakti Vaija Govindamari Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Govindamari Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Yam Krodha Kama Sahaja Pranayari Vide Vatsalya Moha Guru Gaurava Sevya Bhavahe Sanjindyatasya Sadrishim Tanumapurete Govindamari Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Govindamari Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Aina Radhe Radhe Govinda Sarva Kairanai Kairanam Govinda Mani Purusha Tamaham Bhajami Govinda Mani Purusha Tamaham Bhajami.
Kavacham vakshe praladinoditam pura sarvaraksha-karam punyam sarvopadravanashanam sarvasampakaram shiva
Karo me deva varano, Dasaye Dona Roma
satantam samarantam varantam vishantam purnayantam karani kalam sabhe divyaksimananami iti Sri Brahmanda Purane praladotam Sri Narasimhakavacham Sampurnam 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 Namaste Narasimhaya Praladaladaine Hiranyakashipurvakshaha Shilatankanakalaye Itunarsimo Paratunarsimo Yato Yato Yamitatunasimo Pahirarsimo Hridayirarsimo Narsimham Parim Sharanam Prapalim Namakaraya Kamalavare Nakamagota Singam Nalita Hiranyakashipura Tanu Bringam Keshavadritai Narani Rupa Jayo Jagadishare Jayo Jagadishare Jayo Jagadishare Jayo Jagadishare Om Namo Bhagavate Narasimhaya Namaste Jase Jase Havir Havir Bhava Vachana Kavaya Nam Sakarmasaya Randaya Randaya Tamo Grasa Grasa Om Swaha Amayam Amayam Atmani Bhurishna Om Brum Om Namo Bhagavate Sri Narasimhaya Damsakaraya Varanaya Gurarupaya Vajanakaya Varamanine Mama Vina Pacha Pacha Mama Maya Bindi Bindi Mama Chantru Vindravaya Vindravaya Mama Sarvarishtana Prabhanjaya Prabhanjaya Chada Chada Hana Hana Chindi Chindi Mama Sarva Vishna Puraya Puraya Mam Raksha Raksha Om Paswaha Om Namo Bhagavate Narasimhaya Jalamarine Netrayani Netraya Sarvara Shodaya Sarva Bhuta Vinashaya Sarva Jara Vinashaya Raja Pacha Pacha Raksha Raksha Pacha Ugram Viram Mahavishnu Svanantam Sarvatokam Narasimham Vishanam Bhadram Mrityo Mrityo Namanyam Om Vajanakaya Vidmahe Vishnadamstraya Dhimahi Tano Narasimha Prachodayat Tano Narasimha Prachodayat Yogeshwara Muktadishu Prabhu Payam Narasimho Suryayutta Pari Vimochato Yasya Matasam Viksho Vineturnya Patam Shagavan Vikshu Vikshurva Parasamata Antarbahir Bhagavan Narasimha Prabhaya Loka Vayam Swamina Svakrita Sagrasta Samasatina Om Ai Brim Trom Om Bhaidataka Ataka Kisha Gai Jvala Paduka Rochana Bandadika Nakas Pacha Divya Simaya Jayo Jagadisha Hare, Shri Lakshmi Narasimha Hare, Jayo Jagadisha Hare, Divya Sima Namostute, Jayo Jagadisha Hare, Shri Lakshmi Narasimha Hare, Jayo Jagadisha Hare, Divya Sima Namostute, Jayo Jagadisha Hare, Shri Lakshmi Narasimha Hare, Jayo Narasimha Hare, Narasimha Hare, Narasimha Hare, Jayo Narasimha Hare, Jayo Narasimha Hare, Narasimha Hare, Narasimha Hare, Jayo Narasimha Hare, Jayo Narasimha Hare, Narasimha Hare, Narasimha Hare, Jayo Narasimha Hare, Jayo Narasimha Hare, Narasimha Hare, Narasimha Hare, Jayo Narasimha Hare, Jayo Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Bhakta Swarupa, Jayo Prahlad Maharaj, Jayo Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Bhakta Swarupa, Jayo Prahlad Maharaj, Jayo Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Bhakta Swarupa, Jayo Prahlad Maharaj, Jayo Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Bhakta Swarupa, Jayo Prahlad Maharaj. Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Vishwananda Gurudev, 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 Shri Vishwananda Gurudev, Shri Vishwananda Gurudev, 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 Shri Vishwananda Gurudev. Satgurudev Maharaj ki Jai.
Nij manu mukura sudhare, Varano Raghuvara Vimala Jasu, Jodayaka Palachari, Buddhihina Tanu Janike, Sumiram Pavana Kumara, Bala Buddhi Vidya Deo Mohi, Hara Kalesha Vikara, Jaya Hanumana Jnana Guna Sagar, Jaya Kapishati Loka Ujagar, Ramaduta Tulita Baladama, Anjani Putra Pavana Sutanama, Mahavira Vikrama Bhajarangi, Kumati Nivara Sumati Kesangi, Kanchana Varana Viraja Subesa, Kanana Kundala Kunchita Kesa, Asta Vaja Hora Vaja Viraje, Kande Munja Jane Osaja, Shankara Suvana Kesari Nanda, Teja Pratapa Mahajagavanda, Vidyavana Guni Ati Chatu, Rama Kaja Karibeko Atur Prabhu Charitra Sunibe Korasya Rama Lakana Sita Manabasya Sukshma Rupa Darisya Indikava Vikata Rupa Dari Lanka Jarava Bhima Rupa Dari Asura Samare Ramachandra Ke Kaja Sambhal Raya Sajivana Lakana Jiyai Shri Raghuvira Rasiyuralaye Raghupati Kini Bauta Banai Tuma Mama Priya Bharatai Samabhai Sasabhadana Tumaro Jasa Gave Asakai Shripati Kanta Lagave Sanakadika Brahmadi Munisa Narada Sarada Sahita Isa Yamakubera Digapala Jahante Kavi Kubida Kaisa Ke Kante Tuma Upakara Sugriva Inkina Rama Milaya Raja Padadina Tumaro mantra vibhishana mana Lankeshvara bhaya sabha jagajana Yuga sahasra yojana parabhanu Divyote madhura palaganu Prabhu mudrika meli mukamai Jala nilangi kaya achara janaim Laganka jagata ke jete Sugamanograha tumhare te Rama duhare tumhara kavare Hota nahanya bino paisare Sabha sukha lahe tumhare sharana Tumhara shakata ho ko ganana Apana teja samaro ape Tino lokanka tenkampe Bhuta pisacha nikatana imave Mahavira jabanama suname Nasai roga hare sabapira Japata nirankara hanumatavira Sankatate manumana chunave Manakrama bhajana dhyana jona Sabapara rama tapasvi raja Tinake kaja sakala tuma saja Ora manorata jo koi bhave Soe hamita jivana palapar Charon yuga paratapa tumara Hey parasida jahata ujihara Sadhu santa ke tumara kavar Asurani kandana rama dular Asta siddhi navanidhi ke dhata Asavaradena janaki mata Rama rasayana tumhare pasa Sada raho raghupati ke dasa Tumhare bachana Rama ko pave Janama janama ke dukha bisarave Antakara raghuvare pura jai Jahan janama hari bharta kahai Pura devata chitana darai Hanumata se sarva sukha karai Sankata kate mite sabapira Jo sumire Hanumata balavira Jai 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 Hanumana Goswami Kripa karo Guru Deva ke naam Jo satabara pata karakoi Jutai bande mahasukha hor Joya padanumana chalisa Hoya siddhi saki gaurisa Tulasi dasa sadhariche Oki jaina taritaya mama dera Pavanatanaya sankatarana Mangala murati rupa Rama lakana sita saita Hidaya Basav Surabhupam. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Bolo Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Sitaram 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 Syavara Ramachandra ki jai. Umavara Shambhunatha ki jai. Pavana Putra Hanumana ki jai. Bolo Vaisava Santam ki jai.
Shri Ram Janate Jo me bala budhaye. Shri Ram Janate bande ke dil mein kya hai. Mere Ram Janate Shri Ram Janate Jo bhi bala bura hai. Shri Ram Janate Jo bhi bala bura hai. Shri Ram mere Ram. Shri Ram, Shri Ram, Shri Ram, Mere Ram, Shri Ram, Shri Ram, Shri Ram, Mere Ram, Shri Ram, Shri Ram, Shri As much as we may close our hearts, as much as we may hide all the good and all the bad within ourselves, God is there and He knows everything. Jo bhi bala bura hai, mere Ram janate. Jo bhi आता कहाँ से कोई, जाता कहाँ है कोई, आता कहाँ से कोई, जाता कहाँ है कोई, आता कहाँ से कोई, जाता कहाँ है कोई,
आता कहाँ से कोई, जाता कहाँ है कोई।
युग युग से इस गति को मेरे राम जानते,
युग युग से इसी गति को मेरे राम जानते।
जो भी भला बुरा है श्री राम जानते, जो भी
भला बुरा है श्री राम जानते।
श्री राम मेरे राम, श्री राम श्री राम,
श्री राम मेरे राम, श्री राम श्री राम।
श्री राम श्री राम, श्री राम श्री राम,
श्री राम श्री राम, श्री राम श्री राम।
श्री राम श्री राम, श्री राम श्री राम,
श्री राम श्री राम, श्री राम श्री राम।
नेकी बदे को अपने जितना भी हम छुपा ले, नेकी बदे को अपने जितना भी हम छुपा ले, नेकी बदे को अपने जितना भी हम छुपा ले,
नेकी बदी को अपने जितना भी हम छिपा ले।
श्री राम को पता है वो ही सबकी जानते,
श्री राम को पता है
वह सबकी जानते, जो भी भला बुरा है मेरे राम जानते,
जो भी भला बुरा है मेरा जानते।
श्री राम मेरे राम, श्री राम श्री राम,
श्री राम मेरे राम, श्री राम श्री राम।
श्री राम मेरे राम, श्री राम श्री राम,
श्री राम मेरे राम, श्री राम श्री राम।
श्री राम मेरे राम, श्री राम श्री राम,
श्री राम मेरे राम, श्री राम श्री राम।
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम, श्री राम जय जय राम,
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम।
श्री राम जय राम Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Oh Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
किस्मत के नाम को तो सब जानते हैं, लेकिन किस्मत के नाम को तो सब जानते हैं, लेकिन किस्मत के नाम को तो सब जानते हैं, लेकिन
किस्मत के नाम को सब जानते हैं,
किस्मत में क्या लिखा है मेरे राम जानते।
किस्मत में क्या लिखा है मेरे राम जानते।
जो भी भला बुरा है मेरे राम जानते।
जो भी भला बुरा है मेरे राम जानते।
श्री राम मेरे राम, श्री राम श्री राम,
श्री राम जय राम, श्री राम
श्री राम मेरे राम, श्री राम श्री राम,
श्री राम जय राम, श्री राम
श्री राम मेरे राम, श्री राम श्री राम,
श्री राम जय राम, श्री राम
श्री राम मेरे राम, श्री राम श्री राम, श्री राम मेरे राम, श्री राम श्री राम। रामचंद्र भगवान की जय।
अज्ञानातिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाजनाशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। Good day, everybody. So today's verse is from the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 7, verse 21. Svarnam yata gravasu hemakara kshetreshu yogestad abhijnanapnuyat kshetreshu deheshu tadatma yoger adhyatma vid brahma gatim labeta. An expert geologist can understand where there is gold, and by various processes can extract it from the gold ore. Similarly, a spiritually advanced person can understand how the spiritual particle exists within the body, and thus by cultivating spiritual knowledge, he can attain perfection in spiritual life. However, as one who is not expert cannot understand where there is gold, a foolish person who has not cultivated spiritual knowledge cannot understand how the spirit exists within the body. So the analogy of finding or extracting gold from a gold ore is used, but really the point being made is that there is some qualification or some expertise that one has to develop in order to find something of value hidden in something of less value. So you have to extract the gold from the gold ore. Similarly, you have to find the spiritual particle within the material body. And he says that this is not possible for one who has not cultivated the ability to do so. So it's not something that you just develop randomly. It's not something that you just have landing on your lap, that ability, that skill. And the way in which I also see this manifesting very clearly for most people is, if we take the general principle, finding something good in something seemingly less good, then the issue is precisely that people struggle to see the greatness of their lives amidst the less great things. And it's really something I've noticed consistently, where there is gold inside your life, but from external appearances it appears to be an ore from which you need to extract it. And the way it often manifests is that people say, oh, you know, I have this problem or that problem or this difficulty, that difficulty, when it comes to specifically relating to Guruji or God, even more so. And it's not that they are building a false argument or that the things that they're mentioning aren't also factually true. After all, when you extract gold from the gold ore, it is also factually true that there is non-gold there too. It is also factually true that where there is the spirit particle inside of you, there is also the material body housing that spirit particle. So it's not that one thing negates the other, but it's amazing how we have the ability to spin stories in our heads to make things seem worse than they really are, instead of better than they really are. Now, I don't think that either path should be taken. If it is better than it really is or worse than it really is, it should just be what it actually is. So, in a sense, groundedness. But there is still the cup half full or the cup half empty. Both are factual statements, but with very different outcomes, because it speaks to a different mental state, and it will lead to a different result, a different next step. Let's put it like this. So I've taken it upon myself that whenever people approach me and they start to tell me their story of how negative things are or how difficult things are, that I immediately make my first attempt to show, no, but look at the other way with which you can see the same story, to show how good it also can be. Because people seem to be lacking the expertise with which to do that. And I feel more and more that the best skill you will develop on this spiritual life is the ability to tell yourself a positive story about yourself. Not a fake story, a positive story. Because we are our own worst enemies. Guruji loves us. He accepts us as we are. He repeatedly says it. We just don't really believe him. And then when we believe him, that he loves us as we are, we think, great, then I don't need to change. Which is an unintelligent position to take, because it's again a misunderstanding of the nature of his love. Because yes, he loves you as you are, but because he loves you, he wants you to become better. Because he knows you can. And he's going to help you do it, etc., etc. And to navigate that journey with him, it's incredibly important to cultivate positivity, because positivity is the fuel that keeps you going. Like a car needs fuel to work, you also need positivity as a fuel to keep you going. Happiness as a fuel to keep you going. But if you build that happiness and that positivity on fantasy or ungroundedness, it's like putting the wrong fuel in the car. You think you've put fuel, and then you start to try to turn the engine on and drive, and it falters. It doesn't move forward. So there's no way to cheat the system. There's no way to fake this. You cannot suddenly fake being positive and fake being happy and say, yeah, I'm going to be super motivated and we're going to go forward together, Guruji, you and I, on this life project. You'll wake up the next day back in depression, telling yourself, oh, I have to fake it again today. So you cannot fake it. It will not work. So if you're not feeling it, own that fact. Accept that fact. Don't pretend that it isn't the case. But now we're going to address it because you cannot leave it unaddressed. The cost is too big. And as I said, you would think that to address it, I have to change my lifestyle, I have to change my habits, change my sadhana, change something. Something drastic has to change in my life to fix that kind of situation. When I'm telling you, more and more I see that nothing needs to change except your point of view. The angle from which you are perceiving your life. The same one. Think about it from Guruji's perspective if you can. He has found all of us living our different lives, some more mundane, some more spiritual. And by his plan, we have arrived at this exact location, in this exact configuration, with this exact willingness to participate in all this. He gives us a duty, he gives us the opportunity to serve, he gives us sadhana, he gives us teaching. And to some extent says, make the most of it. Here, I've given you the tools, now do something with it. And we make an attempt with what we've got. Some do it better, some do it worse, but we're trying something. And then we come back to him and say, Guruji, I'm not happy. Or Guruji, this is difficult, or that is difficult. And he says, what's wrong? And he'll say, the person, I just feel like something needs to change. And Guruji, what must he be thinking in that moment? Yes, you're right. And we're thinking, great, we're on the same page. We both think something needs to change. But probably, this is my guess, we're both thinking something different needs to change. So we're thinking, my situation needs to change, my external circumstances. Maybe you need to give me a little more attention, or maybe a little bit more responsibility, or maybe a little less responsibility, depending how it's all going. And he's thinking only, yeah, you need to change. And then you start telling him about all these outside things you'd like to change. He's like, no, you. And of course, this is pretty much the last thing that person wants to hear in that moment. Because it means that nothing is actually to blame except the person themselves. Blame is a heavy word. When the minute you say, I have to blame myself, it feels like you've done something bad. You're a criminal. So you change the language. Instead of saying, I am to blame for my situation, you change the language and say, I am responsible for my situation. And responsibility literally means the ability to respond. I have the ability to respond to the situation. I am empowered to deal with the situation. I have the responsibility. Which is entirely different from I am to blame for my situation that I find myself in. It is my fault. It's bad language. And in some sense, you're telling yourself the same thing, but one case is the glass half empty and the other one is the glass half full. Yeah. Recently, somebody came to Guruji and they said, Guruji, I feel like I'm stagnating in my spiritual life. Because I used to feel like I was making more progress, I was advancing more. And these days, it's not that I feel like I'm going backwards, but I don't feel like I'm going forwards either. I feel like maybe I'm a little bit losing momentum, losing this forward movement. And Guruji said, why do you think that? He looked surprised. He said, why do you think that? And the person said, well, I haven't had any new experiences or realizations or, in a sense, moments that have, in some sense or another, changed the dynamic of my life. So it feels constant, right? And Guruji said, you people are strange, to this person. At least he was nice enough not to say, you are strange. He said, you people are strange. And he turns to me, says, what do you think, Revati? Aren't people strange? I said, very strange, yes, Guruji. I fully agree. He said, it's like you're all addicted to drama. Oh, Guruji, I have a problem. What's the problem? My life is not dramatic enough. It's stable. Yeah, stable in a bad way, like stable like every day you're getting abused, every day you have no food, every day you have no money. No, stable every day I have food, every day I have family, every day I have seva, every day I have opportunity to connect to God. And somehow that's a problem because it's not dynamic. Where's the excitement? Where's the drama? It reminded me of someone who once told me, you know, if the ship is sinking, I'm your man. I'm going to save the ship. But if the ship is in cruise control, everything's going fine, I might be the one to sink it to get some excitement. Sink his own ship just because it's more exciting. Right? This was a resident telling me this. And so I was thinking and reflecting on that conversation that Guruji had with this person. And Guruji says to me, afterwards the person left, and Guruji says to me, what do you do with people with mental cases like this, Revati? I said, me, I leave them to you. That's what I do. I don't bother about them. He says, yeah, but what would you do? What would you do? Tell me, I'm curious. And he's eating something, and this is his meal entertainment, that I should tell him some strategy for dealing with these people. And so I'm telling him, well, I think all these people need is perspective, as I was saying to you today. Because they are looking at all the things they don't have. They're not looking at all the things they do have. Which, from my experience, is a very normal human tendency. He says, yeah, but it's stupid. And I said, well, just because it's a normal human tendency doesn't mean it's not stupid. Yeah, sure. But it is correct that he called it out in that specific way. And that's exactly why the verse that I read today says, for one who does not cultivate spiritual understanding, he lacks the ability to find the spiritual particle within the material body, to find the gold within the golden ore, the rock. So similarly, if you don't cultivate perspective, understanding, wisdom in some sense, you will lack the ability to see the glass half full instead of the glass half empty. See what you have and not what you're missing. See what you have and value it rather than seeing what the neighbor has and valuing it. And the beauty of all of this is, it is fully, not even like partially, fully in your hands. Because it's only a game of perception. Because this entire process requires nothing but a series of choices that you make inside your own mind about where to look, what value to attribute to what you're seeing, where not to look, and what value to attribute to the things you're not looking at anymore. It's all choices that rest within you. And there's absolutely nothing required outside of yourself in order to navigate that particular journey. Nothing. And Guruji doesn't even need to help you do this. Because of all the things we need him to help us with, it's not this. Of all the things he is here to do for us, this is the small work that we can do ourselves. Hence, I said it earlier, it is my responsibility. It is my part of the deal. I'll put the fuel in the car. I'll make sure to remain positive, cultivating the right perspective. You act as my GPS. You tell the car where to go. I'll drive it. I'll take it there. I may even ask you to help me drive it sometimes. But the fuel is on me. That's my responsibility, to keep the car running. And so, I was talking to Guruji. He's having his food. And he says to me, in a more like, less jokey, less sharp mood. He became a little more thoughtful somehow. And he says, I'll make a tweet about that. And I was like, great. So he starts on his phone. But what he does is he writes and then he saves it in his notes for a future date. So he feels inspired. He has moments of inspiration. He'll write 4 or 5 tweets. Then he'll go and revise them. Then he'll go and add something. Then he'll go and subtract something. But they're all saved in his drafts. And then one day he'll go, boom, now is the time to release it. Off you go. Right? And so he starts writing. And as he's writing, he's saying, and he says to me, you know, people, if they would only learn to truly see how much God is present in their day-to-day life. And I said, well, it's your golden moment stuff. And he was like, no, more than that. Golden moment is just the beginning. Golden life, Revati. Golden life. And I said, it's hard, Guruji. It's hard. I don't particularly suffer from it, but I can understand how hard it is. Because I have suffered from it. Maybe not now, but in the past. Of when you're just looking and all you see is the problem. Then I left his bungalow. I went to my place. I flicked on my phone. I went to social media. And there was a video, auto playing. And I just turned on the audio just to hear what he was saying. And it was a neurophysicist talking to one of these podcast hosts. And the person was saying, the number one contributor to depression is rumination. And rumination means to dwell on your problems, to think about your problems. And I just saw this first thing. And they were discussing it for 30 seconds. And the person was saying how all the clinical studies point towards that the biggest contributor to our sadness is thinking about our sadness, or is thinking about what we apparently attribute our sadness to, our problems. And then I thought immediately how often Guruji sat in this chair and others and said, you all meditate on your problems. Om problem namaha, chanting, doing the japa. Right? And he says these things in a humorous way, and he just says it. And in the end of the day, what is he doing? He's actually telling you fundamentally the number one problem you have in your life. That the reason you see the glass half empty is because you are cultivating the eyes that look for the half empty glass by thinking about the problem instead of cultivating the eyes that look for the glass half full. In the Bhagavad Gita, when Krishna lists the qualities of the Deva, he says apaishunam, and apaishunam is that there's an aversion to fault finding. So aversion means that you naturally do not gravitate towards a fault-finding mentality or tendency. It doesn't mean you're incapable of finding fault, of finding a problem in something. It is a useful skill to have when you need it, to be able to analyze something and spot a problem. That's not a problem. That's vairagya in a sense. It's a detachment from the situation that allows for viveka to discriminate between one thing and another. That is a good thing. But aversion to fault finding means I don't naturally do this. I'm not naturally living my life finding fault. Finding fault is something I do when I need to. But rather, instead of finding fault, I do the opposite. I live my life with attraction towards finding the golden moment, finding the gold in the ore, finding the beauty covered by that which is less beautiful. That is my natural mentality, that I have to go find that. That is a devotee. Because the devotee is constantly trying to find who? Krishna in everything. Because Krishna is hiding in everything. But the key word is hiding. He's not overtly present in everything. He is hiding in everything. Which means I'm naturally seeking something which is hidden. I therefore have to cultivate the mentality of finding the positive in what appears to be negative. That's hard enough. Now imagine if I have the mentality of finding the worst amongst the negative. Well, now you've got a real uphill mountain to climb. And then I sit there and I hear Guruji's satsangs and how often he says, the defining feature about my devotees, what I see most about my devotees compared to others, is my devotees are happy people. And I listen to that and I think, yes, kind of. I mean, if that were true, would we have had that other conversation at the lunch table where he said, you people are strange because of how negative we all are? And then I realized that as I was interpreting his satsang, he was looking at his devotees as the glass half full, and I was looking at the devotees as the glass half empty. We were both right. There are many happy people here, and there are many people struggling. It depends how you choose to see it. And most people are not one or the other. They're a mix of both. They're both happy and struggling. And it's which story those people tell themselves louder that will define who they ultimately choose to be. It doesn't mean that they no longer have obstacles. It means they no longer identify themselves by their obstacles. They'll say, yes, I have the obstacles, but I've also got wonderful things in my life. Therefore, in conclusion, my life is golden. My life is wonderful. That's not ungrounded. That's not fantasy. That's choice. I looked at the devotees who I know are happy, but I know are also struggling at the same time, and I said, the devotees are struggling. That's the general conclusion. Or the devotees are negative. And Guruji looked and saw the struggles and saw the negativity, and he also saw the happiness and said, my devotees are happy. And I realized it's the same thing he's been doing to each of us since day one he met us. Because he looked at us and said, full of bad habits, but there's a wonderful soul in there ready to love God and ready to blossom. And therefore, my devotee has potential. That's the defining characteristic he saw in all of us to begin with. I believe in my devotee. Not that there wasn't plenty of reason to be pessimistic. I'll never forget. 4 years into my relationship with Guruji, he tells me the truth to my face finally. He says, I liked your company today, but I never liked it before. And I'm happy and I'm sad. And I say to him, what the hell? We spent 4 years together, laughing and having great time, and now you're telling me that you never actually enjoyed it. And he was like, well, yeah. What did you want me to do? I said, well, tell me the truth. He's like, you would have ran away. How's that good for you? You would have ran away. Imagine day one, Revati. I give you Darshan. Here you go. And I say, oh, look, a liar, a cheater, arrogant, negative, not an ounce of humility inside of him. Welcome to Bhakti Marga. And I would have said, great, where's my next darshan? Sign me up. I love hearing these truths. Slap me in the face with them. Yeah? Fair enough, Guruji, I get you. It's annoying to hear at first that you've been lied to, but then you understand that it's because you any other thing and you would have walked away and never had the opportunity to 4 years down the road become someone that he can look at and no longer say, you are this, this, and that. And I understood that that 4-year point was not the point where I became great. It was the point where I became 50-50 and Guruji was finally able to say, without faking it, that you have a glass half full instead of the glass half empty. Because had he said that before, he would be lying to me. He would be creating fantasy. And Guruji is all the things he is, he's not an ungrounded person. He will not fake something just for someone's gratification. He may withhold something, as I said now in this example. withholding the truth. But the minute it would be valid to say it, meaning it's a valid point of view, glass half full or glass half empty, he said it to me immediately. Today the glass is half full. And it felt good, but mixed with feeling bad. And this is what I mean. Guruji is spiritually expert. He is able to find the good hidden amongst the bad. And he doesn't need to fake it. He doesn't need to create a fantasy. He just tells himself, and then more importantly, he tells you the positive version of the story. My devotees are happy. I believe in my devotees. Does it mean you have no problems, no sadness, and no obstacles? No. It means he's choosing to empower the good and to disempower the bad. And as I said earlier, the beauty of all of this, and I'll close here, is that you have the full responsibility to do the same process with yourself internally. To look at your life and say, I recognize the emptiness, I recognize the fullness. Now what am I? A half-empty glass or half full? And from that choice, all other things will flow in the same spirit. If the first choice is I'm empty as my defining characteristic, then my life will be empty, my interactions will be empty, everything will be colored by that lens. If my life is half full, then my life will be full, and my engagements, my interactions will all point towards filling the rest of the glass, not emptying it. Jai Gurudev.
Govinda, Govinda, Gopala, Radha Ramana. 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 Govinda, Govinda, Gopala. Ramana. Govinda, Govinda, Gopala, Radha Ramana. Govinda, Govinda, Gopala, Radha Ramana. Govinda, Govinda, Gopala, Radha Ramana. Govinda, 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 Gopala, Radha Ramana. Giridhari, Giridhari, 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 Gopala, Radha Ramana. Govinda, Govinda, Gopala, Radha Ramana. Govinda, Govinda, Gopala Radha Ramana.
Giridhari 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 Gopala Radha Ramana.
Govinda Govinda Gopala Radha Ramana.
Govinda Gopala Radha Ramana.
Giridhari Giridhari 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 Gopala Radha Ramana.
Giridhari 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 Gopala Radha Ramana.
Govinda Govinda Gopala Radha Ramana.
Govinda Govinda Gopala Radha Ramana.
Govinda Govinda Gopala Radha Ramana. Ramayanu Jai Ramayanu Jai Mangala Mangala Jai Ramayanu Jai Mangala Mangala Me
Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me. Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me.
Yatindraya Karunakaraya Mangala Mangala Me
Yatindraya Karunakaraya Mangala Mangala Me. Dharmaikaraya Mangala Mangala Me. Rapati Dharmaikaraya Mangala Mangala Me.
Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me
Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me. Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me.
Saligram Pratishtitaya Mangala Mangala Me
Shaligrama Pratishtitaya Mangala Mangala Me.
Tridhandadharini Ghodagajaya Mangala Mangala Me
Tridandadarini Godagrajaya Mangala Mangala Me.
Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me
Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me. Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me.
Range Sakinkarya Rathaya Mangala Mangala Me
Rangesha Kenkarya Rataya Mangala Mangala Me.
Mananathaya Dharini Dharaya Mangala Mangala Me
Mananataya Dharidharaya Mangala Mangala Me.
Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me
Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me. Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me.
Mangala Mangala Me Om Jaya Jagadisha Hare Swami Jaya Jagadisha Hare Bhakta Janon Ke Sankat Dasa Janon Ke Sankat Jana Me Dura Kare Om Jaya Jagadisha Hare Jogave Pala Pave Dukha Vinase Manaka Swami Dukha Vinase Manaka
अष्टमी तनका ओम जय जगदीश हरे माता पिता तुम मेरे शरण गहो में किसके
स्वामी शरण गहो में किसके
तुम बिना और न दूजा तुम बिना और न दूजा आस करूं मैं किसके ओम जय जगदीश हरे तुम पूर्ण परमात्मा तुम अंतर्यामी
स्वामी तुम अंतर्यामी
पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर तुम सबके स्वामी ओम जय जगदीश हरे तुम करुणा के सागर तुम पालन करता
स्वामी तुम पालन करता
मैं सेवक तुम स्वामी मैं सेवक तुम स्वामी कृपा करो बरता ओम जय जगदीश हरे तुम हो एक गोचर सबके प्राणपति
स्वामी
सबके प्राणपति तिसविधि मिलो दयामय तिसविधि मिलो कृपामय तुमको मैं सुमति ओम जय जगदीश हरे दीन बंधु दुख हरता तुम रक्षक मेरे स्वामी तुम रक्षक मेरे करुणा हाथ बढ़ाओ करुणा हाथ बढ़ाओ शरण पदा तेरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे विषय विकार मिटाओ पाप हरो देवा
स्वामी पाप हरो देवा
श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ
राधा प्रेम बढ़ाओ
संतन की सेवा ओम जय जगदीश हरे तन मन धन सब है तेरा स्वामी सब कुछ है तेरा स्वामी
सब कुछ है तेरा
तेरा तुझको अर्पण तेरा तुझको अर्पण क्या लगे मेरा ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे भक्त जनों के संकट दास जनों के संकट जन में दूर करे ओम जय जगदीश हरे मन चाकर राखो जी गिरधारी लाला चाकर राखो जी गिरधारी लाला चाकर राखो जी गिरधारी लाला चाकर राखो जी मन चाकर राखो जी गिरधारी लाला चाकर राखो जी गिरधारी लाला चाकर राखो जी गिरधारी लाला चाकर राखो जी ओ चाकर राखो चाकर राखो चाकर राखो जी चाकर राखो चाकर राखो चाकर राखो जी माने चाकर राखो जी गिरधारी लाला चाकर राखो जी श्याम मने चाकर राखो जी गिरधारी लाला चाकर राखो जी गोविंद मन चाकर राखो जी गिरधारी लाला चाकर राखो जी गिरधारी लाला चाकर राखो जी गिरधारी लाला चाकर राखो जी त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव Asatoma Satgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti 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 Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti 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 Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. Prem se bolo Shri Lakshminarayana Bhagwan ki. Prem se bolo Sri Bhutabhrteshwarnath Narasimha Bhagwan ki. Prem se bolo Shri Radha Krishna Kanadhar ki. Prem se bolo Shri Mamata Kriya Bhavaji ki. Prem se bolo Shri Ramanujacharya ki. Prem se bolo Satgurudeva Sri Swami Vishwananda Mahaprabhu ki. Krishnaya Govindaya Gopijana Vallabhaya Paraya Param Purushaya Parakarma Mantrayantra Tantra Oshadasya Shastrami Samara Samara Mrityo Mochaya Mochaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Mahasudarshanaya Dikte Jvala Pritaya Sarvadik Shubhna Humpat Parasmai Parabrahmane Paramjyotishe Swaha. Om Shanti 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 Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. Jai Jai Shri Ram, Jai Jai Shri Ram, Jai Jai Shri Ram. Sham Venkatamana Govinda, Gopika Jviya Smaranam Govinda, Bhaktavatsala Govinda, Govinda Govinda. Pundalika Varade Eknath Namade Pandarinath Maharaj ki Samasta Bhakta Mandali ki Alvar Emperumanath Thiruvarikare Sharana.